Hello, Pokemon trainers, and welcome to the King's Court. Okay, so, uh, not only is this, man, it's crazy, part 43 of, really quick, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for clicking on this video, we really appreciate it, and if you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? This is part 43 of the Path to Power series. Basically, this is where I try to climb the online Pokemon Scarlet VGC ladder. And overall, I basically try to accumulate as many battles as I can throughout the week. And I come back with what I think are some of the more better ones. I also try to point out my moves that I make, try to give a play-by-play of my thought process at the time, and try to improve my own skills. But also, not only is this part 43, this is also the last one for before the new regulation set J starts, where we'll be allowed two restricted mons, but also including now a mythical Pokemon. And man, I'm really interested to see where this goes. I don't think though, like the top mons like Incineroar, Rapid Strike Urshifu, Rillaboom, etc., are really going to change from the top spots. But I think it's gonna be interesting to see what new Pokemon people are gonna try to start cooking with. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? I already mentioned this before. I've been seeing a lot of discussion on Arceus. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Now, I also wanted to talk about another thing. I really wanted to talk about really quick. Okay, yay or nay on Mega Hawlucha? I love it, honestly. I am a huge wrestling fan, especially Lucha Libre. I watch AAA all the time. I've been a fan since, geez, I don't even remember. I think I was still in school when I first started watching them. So I'm a huge fan. Rey Mysterio is the GOAT. And honestly, I'm just really excited for Mega Hawlucha. So, yeah, like I said in the comments, let me know, what do you think of it? I think it's great. I can't wait to see it shiny. So, my opponent has Archelodon and Feraligatr. My brother really likes Feraligatr, so I'm going to fake out on the Feraligatr and I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball. And I do manage to knock out the Archelodon. Sweet. Let's see. I'm going to. Okay, so the Feraligatr is going to gain HP back. It's running leftovers. Interesting. Um, I think. What is it again? The hidden ability for Alligator has. Speaking of which, speaking of Alligator, I know that there's these rumors and these supposed leaked images of another Johto Pokemon, Mega. I don't want to like say it just yet because those I've call me paranoid, but those Nintendo ninjas out there, they'll take down anyone talking about those leaks. But what do you think? Do you think the Feraligatr might get one? I think out of those three, I probably like Feraligatr. I really like Typhlosion still, but I don't know. I've always liked Feraligatr, although I kind of like Crocodile more when it comes to crocodile alligator Pokemon. Crocodile or Feraligatr? Let me know in the comments. But I managed to knock it out thanks to Rillaboom and Woodhammer. So, if we do get like a Mega Feraligatr, what do you think its typing should be? I've seen a lot of people say it should be like Water Dragon, and I can see that, but I could also see like Water Dark. Because, the description of those Pokedex is how much it likes to bite stuff. That's pretty dark sounding to me. So, let me know what you think. So, my opponent's going to end off with Slowking. I love Slowking so much. Slowking is definitely like top 10 favorite Pokemon for me. I love this thing. Slowbro is cool too, but I've always liked Slowking more. Definitely, probably, it's got to be like probably my favorite Psychic Pokemon, if I'm being honest with you. Psychic types really are my thing, but I really love Slowking. So that's the first battle right there, and we're on to the second one. If you're new to the channel, which like I already said, thank you so much for clicking on this. I like to do, like I said, bring at least 3 matches. Also, did you get the new shiny Chimpao mystery gift? I did, and I just wanted to use it for this week, honestly, because I really like the way it looks. So I wonder. So far it's this one and God, I always forget it. The snail looking one that we've gotten so far. All it is now is the fish. God, I hate that fish. And Tanglu. I hope I'm saying that right. So I'm gonna switch out my Chimpao and go into Incineroar. I'm gonna have Giratina Protect. So my opponent also has an Incineroar, and they have I forgot what, Malamar. Yeah, that's it, Malamar. Let's see. So the Incineroar is going to return thanks to U-turn, and they're going to send out Rayquaza or Rayquaza, whatever. Anyways, all right, time for a battle of the legends. Let's see. So I'm thinking I could just fake out right here, and Malamar is a physical attacker, which is pretty weird to think about. So Incineroar already lowers physical attack, so I could try to like go for it and just try to knock out the Rockaways if I'm being honest. Let's see. So they're gonna go for superpower in my Incineroar. Oh right, because it has what is it? Contrary. Right, that's what it's called. I forgot they have that, so I'm just gonna go for a Calm Mind. That way I can just not, because everyone always goes Gaga over Mega, Rayquaza, and Rayquaza in general. But the thing is like a string bean; it cannot take a hit. So one Draco Meteor should be enough to knock it out. So I'm thinking I could just switch out my Incineroar because they are probably going to go for another superpower. And I can just go out into my Zamazenta. Yeah, and that way you can just soak up the hit. Let's see. Okay, and I'm going to terrestrialize just in case because this way no dragon moves will be able to hurt Giratina. So let's see. They go for a skill swap. Interesting. I guess because they wanted to maximize the offensive power of the Rockaways. But luckily, freaking Rockaways Giratina just soaks up the hit and a Terrestrialize. And one Draco. There you go. All right. Sorry to any Gen 3 fans out there, but Giratina is the king of the sky now. So my opponent's going to send it back out to Incineroar. And that will lower down my Zamazenta's physical attack, which does suck because the heavy slam and the body press really does help out. Steel and fighting just have a huge coverage, if I'm being honest with you. But I'll just switch it out and go out into Incineroar to lower their attack again. Plus, since that Malabar has been getting free contrary boosts, this way it will bring it down a peg. So going to Incineroar. Yep. Alright, cool. So my opponent is going to Terrestrialize as well. And they're going to Terrestrialize into Ghost. Alright, cool. Nice. Let's see. Okay, the body press goes off, and they go for a knockoff of my Incineroar. They go for a Will-O-Wisp. Interesting. Although it is a good idea to use against Zamazenta. So let's see. Unfortunately, Zamazenta will be hurt by the burn. So I'm thinking, okay, I could just like try to wide guard. Not wide guard. I could go for like a protect or something, or just try to hit with body press. Because luckily, since even though my Zamazenta is burnt, oh crud, Incineroar got knocked out, and attack and defense will go down. So because he used a skill swap, it still has what's it called? I think it has Rayquaza's airlock, if I remember right. But this team I'm using isn't really using any weather abilities. Although I might change that up. I don't know. I think I want to change up the team again. I think I want to try Miraidon next week actually. Because like one issue I've been having with this team is I don't have really any coverage for fairies. Like because Koraidon is everywhere right now, so I don't have a lot of coverage with fairies. So I think I might switch that out because not only will I have electric for coverage, but also that way I can just use Dazzling Gleam. I might switch that out. So let's see. Alright, so their Pokemon's gonna use Protect. I forgot what this one's called. I'll just go over the Icicle Crash, so. Alright, it knocks out the Malamar. So I'm just going for a Heavy Slam, but they protected. And unfortunately, the burn still. So I guess go over another Heavy Slam or something, and that should take care of it. And they're going to go back out into their Incineroar, which will lower the attack of both my Mons. Which does suck, but I'm in a pretty good position so far. Because one Sucker Punch should be able to take care of it. But they fake out. Makes sense. And I'm going to go for the Heavy Slam. Doesn't really do much, sadly. And they have a Rocky Helmet. They're going to set up Tailwind. So let's see. I'm pretty much just going to do the same thing again. Even though their Pokemon are faster now, thanks to the Tailwind. But I'm just going to go over a Sucker Punch. I'm just going to switch out Zamazenta and go back out into Giratina. This way, I don't really. Okay, they're gonna go for a Draining Kiss. Interesting. It was a crit too. Dang. So Chimpao lost a lot of HP, but and it failed right there. And they also went for the one for the Will-O-Wisp as well. Dang. Man, I'm not usually. I guess because I'm just not usually used to running Will-O-Wisp these days. Usually it's like a knockoff, fake out, obviously, flare blitz, and parting shot. So let's see. So I'm gonna go for the sucker punch. They're going to go for Draining Kiss as well. Good thing I terrestrialized Giratina, so doesn't have the dragon weakness for now. And the knockoff will go off. That rhymed. And the Draco should take care of or the Shadow Ball should do more than enough damage. But unfortunately, Champao does sadly fall because of the burn. So I gotta think, okay, what can I do next? One more heavy slam should take care of it, so this way I can have Giratina focus on the Incineroar. Probably gonna just go for Shadow Ball. Yeah, but instead I'm gonna protect first because I was thinking they're probably gonna go under my Incineroar first and use Floral Healing. Okay, that brings their Incineroar back to full HP, which isn't good for me, but thank goodness for the protect. But Zamazenta will take care of it thanks to the heavy slam. Okay, cool. You gotta be careful, but either way, the Incineroar can hit super effective on either of them. Either a knockoff will take care of my Giratina, or they could go for like a Flare Blitz. But luckily, the Tailwind peered out, and both my Pokemon are faster, so GG right there. Alright, cool. And lost communication. Okay, even though I already won, whenever this happens, I usually cut the in between parts, but I'm gonna show the right here because to show that it wasn't like an internet problem, which was actually happening to me a couple of times this week while I was trying to play online. My internet just crapped out on me. It cost me my rank to go down. So got that one, game two. Now we're on to game three. All right. Yeah, I was playing online this week, and my internet was, I don't know what the hell was going on. It was crapping out on me, and it cost me some games, and my rank went down. Damn, I was really close, actually. It's funny, lately this week, like, ever since I started doing more these consistently, I've actually been really close to hitting the top in the Master Ball rank, but every now and then my internet just wants to crap out of me, and it causes the rank to go down. Sucks, but I don't mind really. Let's see. So I'm gonna go for the Calm Mind. Giratina's special attack and defense will go up. And I'll go for the knockoff of the Indete. I'm not gonna lie, I really thought they were gonna like terrestrialize right there or something. I was a little worried that I should just go for the knockoff. Because I was worried that they're going to terrestrialize into Fairy or something. Or use like Follow Me, because that's happened before. And they're going to go into Sneasler. I haven't seen Sneasler in a while. I like Sneasler, actually. It's a really cool Pokemon. So they have Sneasler and Fluttermane, and one more Pokemon I'm not sure about. So let's see. I'm just going to go for the Protect. And they're going to go for the Moonblast because they got protected. That's why I haven't terrestrialized yet, because I'm thinking I could just terrestrialize Giratina. That way, Fairy moves won't hit it, which it looks like my opponent is probably going to try to go for the same thing, since obviously I can't use Protect twice in a row. So I'm just going to terrestrialize now and just go for a Shadow Ball, because one Shadow Ball should take care of the Fluttermane. And when it comes to my Incineroar, wasn't expecting Dig, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm going to switch out Incineroar and go into Chimpao. Because obviously they're not going to use, what's it called, Dig on my Giratina, because, Levitate. But Chimpao should be able to take it, because, So let's see. So, Terrestrial's right there. They go for the Moonblast, and they go for the Dig. I'm just going to go with the Shadow Ball, should easily take care of the Fluttermane. Yep. Alright, cool. So let's see. So it's so far 2 Pokemon down, and now all they have left is Meowstic and Sneasler. So the Meowstic is simple. Just go with the Shadow Ball. Should take care of that. The Sneasler, I want to be a little careful. Because like, if I remember right, they run like close combat. One close combat will take care of my Chien-Pao, but these things just can't take a hit. So it's going to transferize into fighting. Alright. Okay. I'm just going to go with the Icicle Crash. Almost knocks out, but the Focus Sash. Oh, I always forget about the Focus Sash. Unfortunately, my Chien-Pao already got hit, so its Focus Sash is already broken, so there goes that. And the Meowstic's going to use Thunderbolt, and that did pretty much nothing. And just go for the Shadow Ball. So I pretty much got this one. Let's see. So I'm going to send out the Incineroar. And, like, this is where I made an oopsie right here. I accidentally went for a fake out, but I forgot the terrain was still up, so yeah, I made that mistake. That was my bad right there. So all I can really do is just, wait for the Sneasler. It's gone now though, so I'm just gonna go for a Shadow Ball and just go for like switch out the Zamazenta. Because, defense is what it's meant for. So yeah, switch out, go into Zamazenta. Dig goes off. And I'm just gonna go for the Shadow Ball. And yep. Alright, GG right there. Alright, cool. Like I said, I like Sneasler. Okay, and that was third game right there. Crazy. Man, again, I can't believe I made that mistake with the Psychic Terrain. But I guess because it's been a while since I've seen Psychic Terrain. But anyways, so thank you so much if you made it this far. And if you want to see any more, if you have any recommended teams, let me know in the comments. I'd love to see them. And overall, just have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.